Good morning, blessings, greetings. So I'm back to talk with you. I left off where I was sharing about, the Chevron days when I left and why I felt the need to leave. It just wasn't serving my life's purpose anymore. I wouldn't have quite termed it that way then, but I just knew that inside I wasn't settled, I wasn't happy, and I did not feel like I wasn't doing and spending my time the way I wanted to. I felt like I wasn't in control. I was not in control. I was walking to the beat of somebody else and expending and investing so much time and energy, yet it wasn't producing things that were beneficial directly to my family, to me. And I just got to that point where enough was enough. So, was able to walk away. And I'm going to come back to that. I'll pick back up there in the next video. In this video, I wanted to say that, these video journals are not planned, meaning obviously I'll be doing them. I know that. But when they actually happen, it's really led by the Spirit. It's led by when I have the desire to share and to add to the reflection of my journey, because that is what this is. This is really a healing for me. It is a release for me. It is an opportunity to review where I've, just what I've been doing and how I've grown, and acknowledging that there's more growing to do, and I'm okay with that. Goddess Gogo Nana said in one of her journals that the fact that you may still be at a certain place or may not feel like you've got it all under control doesn't mean that you haven't grown. It simply means that you have more growing to do. And I love that. So I reflect on that and use that to settle my mind when I think that, I should have kind of had this in check by a particular time. You don't control the process. You do, but you don't. So anyway, these journals are not planned. I will share as the Spirit moves me, and also what I share, I'm going to do my best, also for my benefit, to keep things chronological and to so that it makes sense and to kind of go, within the timeline. But that may not always happen either, because I know that I'll be bouncing back and forth between then and now as it's relevant and as it makes sense, or as I feel the need to interject something. Today, I feel like talking about my personality, which is somewhat of a dichotomy, to be honest, because there are so many layers there, and it's very confusing for people. Very confusing for people. Very hard, actually, for some people to deal with. I clearly offend some people's spirits. I clearly offend their ancestors, and they much prefer not to deal with me. They much prefer to deal with me from at a distance, or not at all, either one. And for a long time, I didn't quite understand that side of me. I did not quite understand that side of me. I didn't have it in check. And there are still some aspects that I know that I can work on. But for me, not because I need to make anybody comfortable. I'm past that point. Give thanks for that. I'm generally a very serious character. I'm not the laughy, jokey kind of person. I'm pretty even keel, very serious, very business-like, formal. I have my days now. I'm also very moody, which is very hard for many people to deal with. I am very moody. Very grateful to my husband who tolerates me. It drives him around the track and back. And I know this. So, I'm really trying to level that out a bit. Nonetheless, I am moody. And I have my days when I'm wacky, crazy. And you'll probably see some of that because, I'm not holding back. It is what it is. I am who I am, and you're going to just hear it all as it unfolds. So I have my days where I'm wacky, wacky, crazy. I have my days where I'm like, you don't want to talk to me right now. I have this energy. This is a part that I know, though, that I've been for the last few months, and it came to a head at a certain point, and I'll tell you all about that in another journal. But there's an energy that I give off that is not very pleasant, not very pleasant at all, and I know that it has turned some people away, turned some people off, and it's not all me, because we are reflections of each other, so that's a part of it too. But that's okay, because this is about me being accountable and being responsible, and owning me. Owning me. And so, yeah. So, I'm easy. I have wonderful relationships. I have wonderful relationships. I've had some relationships that have changed dramatically, whereby, we're just kind of cursory and cordial. And then there are others where, like I said, because of where they are, and just because of where they are, they just prefer to deal with me at a distance. And I am okay with that. I am long past the stage where I feel the need to fit in. There was a time where I felt, slighted and offended if I wasn't included in certain things, specifically, sisters and the sister circle, the community of the sister circle that that I'm surrounded by. There was a time where I felt like an outsider, like I didn't belong. I was blessed to receive the guidance that where I was a place where I am a loner. I am alone. I was alone. Many people wouldn't have understood me. They'll be hearing me, but it's like I'm confusing them, and when they hear it from somebody else, it makes sense. So that's where I was in my journey at a particular time, wanting to fit in, wanting to feel a part, but yet just not. And that was clearly because embracing, instead of embracing, I was trying to fight against it. So I am very thankful of where I've come from, that place, and accepting where I am and accepting who I am, and recognizing that there is a journey and a walk that I must do alone, and that I will stand alone oftentimes. And many may not understand that, many may not appreciate that, and if I'm abrupt or harsh or seemingly rude, I'm apologizing in advance. I always come back, though, to acknowledging and appreciating those who are my dearest friends, those who can see past all of that, will love me for me. And if they don't, or for those who don't, that's okay too. I will love you from afar. I will support you from afar. And I will continue to be me. Peace and blessings. I'll be back on another day. Peace.